If you want to know if Christ hates something, he hates the doctrine of the Nicolaitans. Now here's what they were teaching. There were people in Pergamos who were getting their feeding somewhere else. They weren't satisfied with what was being taught perhaps in that church, and so they were going to other places, listening to other preachers. And they were coming in, and their minds were now divided, their hearts were now divided. And here's what these teachers were teaching the people. They were telling them it's okay to touch things God says you shouldn't touch. Where have we heard that before? It's okay to taste what God says you shouldn't taste. It's okay to have sexual activity of any kind, not just intercourse, sexual activity of any kind outside of the bond of marriage between a man and a woman. It's okay, because grace covers it all. That's what they were teaching. One of the early church fathers and writers, Clement of Alexandria, here's what he said about the Nicolaitans. They abandoned themselves to pleasure like goats, leading a life of self-indulgence. Their teaching perverted grace and replaced liberty with license. In other words, their teaching replaced the freedom that God gives because of grace to turn away from sin, and they made it a license to commit sin without consequence. Jesus said he hates that doctrine. He hates it. You give it any name you want, where we take grace and it becomes this incredible covering to go out and sin. This incredible covering to see how close we can get to hell without being burned. See how many things in the world we can taste and touch and handle. The question I have for you is, what's in your heart? If that's the way you want to live your Christian testimony. What's in your heart if you want to go out and dance in clubs on Friday night and come here and pretend that you love Jesus on Sunday morning? What's in your heart, sir? That woman beside you is not your wife. What's in your heart? What's in your heart? What's in your heart? Those who want to go out and you just want to be as close to the world as you can be. Because, of course, you see, grace covers it all. And there are no shortage of preachers teaching that in this generation.